I buried my twin 12 years ago, but he just sent me a wedding invitation. 12 years ago, I buried my twin brother. Or at least, I thought I did. My name is Noah. I'm 32 now, but everything changed last month when I received a wedding invitation. It had my name on it, not just any name. My full name. The envelope was plain, no return address, just my name, handwritten across the front in a style so painfully familiar that my breath caught in my throat. Inside, the card was elegant ivory cardstock, gold foil letters. You are cordially invited to the union of Nathan Carter and Emma Holloway. Nathan Carter, my twin brother, my best friend, the boy we buried over a decade ago, after a car crash so horrific the remains had to be identified by dental records. But this invitation wasn't a sick joke, because I recognized that handwriting. The way he slanted his letters left, his loopy capitals, the way he always wrote grocery lists because mine were too messy. And that's when the floor dropped out from under my reality. If Nathan was alive, what had I buried? I didn't sleep that night. The invitation sat on my kitchen table like a ticking bomb. I stared at it until sunrise, thinking the same thing over and over. Either he never died, or someone has been living my life. And maybe, just maybe, that someone was him. The last time I saw Nathan alive, we were both 20. It was Thanksgiving break. He convinced me to drive home from UCLA instead of flying. It'll be fun, he said. Somewhere outside of Bakersfield, just past midnight, everything turned into screaming metal, blinding headlights, and then fire. I woke up 2 days later in the hospital. My ribs cracked, my wrist fractured, my memory foggy and torn. My parents told me he was gone. The firefighters found one body, burned beyond recognition. They used dental records. The car was in Nathan's name. He was the driver. I was the unconscious, used passenger. At least, that's what everyone believed. I accepted it. I changed everything. My major, my address, my life. But that morning, I opened a rusted tin box I hadn't touched in years. Inside, hospital wristbands, a scorched license plate, and one photo of us, smiling on a rooftop, sunset behind us, both wearing each other's jackets. I remembered something he'd joked at a gas station that night. If we crash, they'll ID me as you. We laughed, and suddenly I couldn't remember which side of the car I'd been pulled from. Part 3. He stole my name and my life. I googled the wedding venue, Holloway Family Vineyard, Sonoma. Real place, real booking, under the name Noah Carter. I drove 8 hours straight, barely breathing. When I got there, I saw him, alive, smiling, shaking hands, preparing for a wedding, as me. He had my posture, my mannerisms, even the little nervous twitch in the left hand. But it wasn't just mimicry. He wasn't pretending to be me. He was better at it than I ever was. He lived in our grandfather's farmhouse, the one I inherited, the one left to me in the will. He'd moved in, painted the walls, put up flowers, hung a hammock on the porch like he belonged there. And somehow, no one had questioned it. I wasn't just grieving anymore. I was erased, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I started investigating my own life, and what I found next shattered every last piece of my past. The law office that handled Grandpa's estate hadn't changed. Still the same old plaque, still the same records. I requested the file. Inside was the will, clear as day. To my grandson, Noah Carter, I leave the property located at 319 Westerly Road. Then, 11 months after the crash, a transfer of ownership. My signature. A notary. But I didn't sign that. At the time, I was hospitalized, mentally and physically broken. No way I could have walked into a government office. But Nathan could. With my wallet. With my ID. With my face. He'd forged it. Made it look legal. And no one noticed. Not the courts. Not the county clerk. Not even my family. And then, I found the file on my old encrypted drive. One single video. Nathan's face filled the screen. If you're watching this, I got what I wanted. He grinned. I'm taking your name, your life, your future. I mailed him a letter. No name, no number, just a location. The old rail bridge, 10 p.m. Tuesday. Come alone. That bridge was our childhood fortress, halfway between the home we shared and the edge of nowhere. And he came. He stepped onto the bridge like it was his stage. You really want the truth? He said. I switched wallets at the gas station. You don't even remember. You were half asleep. The body in the car? A hitchhiker. Drunk. I fell asleep in the back seat. The fire did the rest. You're a monster. I whispered. No, I'm a survivor. And if you go to the cops, he added, they'll believe me. But he didn't know. My jacket had a hidden microphone, and his confession was already being broadcast to a secure server. He struck first, filed a police report, flipped the story. Suddenly, I was the one under arrest, charged with stalking, fraud, identity theft. He'd built a perfect narrative. I was unstable, delusional, dangerous. But I had one weapon left, biology. I went back to my parents, people I hadn't seen in nearly a decade. They looked at me like a ghost. But when I showed them the video, the tears came. They agreed to the DNA test. Time, 7% match. I was Noah Carter. In court, we played the recordings, showed the forged documents, the estate theft, the video confession. And Emma, the woman he was going to marry, stood up, voice shaking, and said, that's not Noah, that's Nathan. And he lied to me. The courtroom shifted. He didn't flinch, but the truth sliced through his facade like glass. The judge's ruling saw us. Came 3 days later. Full injunction. Legal name reinstated. Assets frozen. Referral for criminal prosecution. Nathan vanished. He left one final letter. You won. I underestimated you, but you're still soft. Enjoy your hollow little victory. No apology, no remorse, just venom. I sold the farmhouse. I didn't want it anymore. It was soaked in ghosts and lies. I bought a cabin near Lake Shasta. Quiet. No legacy. Just silence. I adopted a rescue dog named Atlas. Half blind, fully stubborn. Sometimes I sit on the porch with coffee, looking out at the lake, reminding myself of one thing. I survived being forgotten. I reclaimed a name that almost disappeared, and I rebuilt something stronger. A self that doesn't need to be seen to be real.